Hello, hello, hello. Antphrodite here, your pop culture psychic, back to you again with another reading. This time it's on K-pop group BTS. So hello, BTS Army. You guys have been spamming me for a while and requested this. I haven't done a K-pop reading in a long time. I'll put the last BTS reading I did up here. I'm a huge K-pop fan, but I usually am a fan of the girl groups. Been a fan for over 10 years now. Well over 10 years, actually. So I'm not really a super fan of the male groups, so I don't really know much about BTS. So you guys are going to have to help me in the comments down below. But there are rumors that they're splitting and they're breaking up. So we're going to go ahead and look at that. Now, what I am going to do is I have a list here of each one of the members, and I'm going to pull one card for each one of the members, and they're going to be based off the picture that I use. So you guys might need to help me a little bit, and then we're going to look at if they're disbanding or not, or whatever else drama is going on. So remember, if you like these, you can always tip. There's a link to my page down below, and all these readings are alleged for entertainment purposes only. Let's get started. Okay. So we're going to pull in a row here. So I was told that this one is V, and that this one here is Suga, and then the next one in the row is Jin, and then we have JK, RM, I'm gonna have to pull these up, and J-Hope. So I believe that there's 7, right? Did I miss one? Hold on a minute. I only pulled 6. I missed one. So this one has to be, I have it written down, y'all. Okay. I'm not gonna mess this up. So V, Suga, Jin, JK, RM, Jimin, and J-Hope. There we go. Okay. Got it. Okay. So I'm gonna have to, here, we'll smooth this one down so you guys can see them a little bit better. Okay, one more time. V, Suga, Jin, JK, RM, Jimin, J-Hope. Okay, so let's start with the first one, which is V. So the 7 of Pentacles is reversed. That's about being pulled out of your comfort zone. So 7 of Pentacles reversed, usually an indication of having to pick up the pace, having to pick up the slack, definitely some sort of mass amount of effort. I know people have been talking about solo careers and things of that nature. I am looking, it does look like this particular member, V, it does look like there's something in the works for this one. I'm not sure what it is. All I know is that it requires him to put a lot of time and effort. Now, that could either manifest in one of two ways. One, that could mean that he has the most work cut out for him out of all of the group, or 2, it could mean that they have the most potential. A lot of times when the 7 of Pentacles is reversed, it reminds me a lot of Jennie from Blackpink when Jennie got one of the first solos. And they were putting a lot of energy behind her. So it does look to me like there's a lot of plans for him. I also think that with the 7 of Pentacles, I think that they're very much looking for, what's the word? Like overseas work. Like, wouldn't be surprised if they're thinking about potentially pushing him to America or other places. Because to me, again, I just keep seeing Jennie from Blackpink in my head. And so for me, it just looks like they might want to push him a little bit. So I don't know why I'm seeing Jennie, but I am. So there. Now this one here is for Suga, the 10 of Wands. That's a burden. This one looks like he's struggling a little bit with the pressures of fame and the pressures of celebrity and like all of the work that they have. The 10 of Wands is like the weight of the world. So I'm feeling like this person has a lot of pressure on them. It feels like Suga's struggling a little bit. Like, I don't think that like it's to the point where they're going to break, but I do think that they feel like there's a lot on their plate. Like, when you pull a 10 of Wands, think of it like being pulled in multiple directions. It's just, there's so much on your plate. Like, you have so many things and you're so busy and there's so many things to do, that it's just like a lot. I do think that he can handle it. The problem here is that I do think that he needs a little bit of a break. So hopefully he's able to get that. Now, Jin is the 6 of Cups. I believe that Jin feels very much like he misses, I think that's the third one here, right? I feel like he misses how the band used to be. I am seeing the Six of Cups as like baby, like it's like child. So it does look like there's some, I don't know if maybe he misses the camaraderie of the group and how things were when they first started, and like the band's sort of like energy and vibe. I'm not sure if he misses like the games that they used to play and the fun they used to have. But it feels like, you know, when you're growing up, growing pains, potentially maybe he wants a family. I'm not sure, but usually Six of Cups is more about missing the past. Perhaps he feels like there's, you know what it looks like? Okay. I think of Six of Cups as like older brother, younger brother dynamic. And so there's some growing pains there, and there's some like nostalgia. I'm feeling very nostalgic about like the group. That's what it feels like older brother, younger brother dynamic. Like the games we used to poke at each other and the stuff we used to do with each other. And I definitely feel like perhaps there's some, oh, you know what it is? I feel like he's trying to be the glue of the group, and he's trying to keep people together, but they're all pushing apart, and he misses when they were together. That's what I feel like it is. Okay, the next one here is JK. So that is the Nine of Swords. Uh-oh. I'm worried. This is the one I'm the most worried about out of the whole group. The Nine of Swords is about stress, anxiety, overthinking, frustration, analytical minds, and your mind getting the best of you. He's trapped in his head. Definitely trapped in his head. I definitely feel like he's struggling a little bit with, let me see which one that is. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think it's this one, right? If I'm not mistaken. He's struggling very much with his place in life. I don't know. Did he think that he was going to be something else for a living? It seems like maybe he's like, maybe I had different ideas for my life. I didn't know if this could be like this. I thought I was going to be something else. Like, is this really the life that I want to live? I think he has imposter syndrome, feeling like he doesn't really deserve what he has, feeling frustrated, put in a box. I just feel like, again, when you look at the Nine of Swords, the amount of pressure to be perfect can definitely get to you. And I feel like he really just is like looking back. I can see him like looking back at his life. Like, was this what I planned? Did I do all of this work for this? Like, the amount of stress that a Nine of Swords is under, he needs a massage, and he needs to just chill. Like, I need him to get like a manicure and a pedicure and just massage. Like, Nine of Swords had to grow up too soon. I wouldn't be surprised. So Nine of Swords makes me think of someone who is like under so much pressure even as a child. Like, you need to be perfect. That's what I keep hearing. You need to be perfect. I don't think he really knows who he is. I think he's going to have an identity crisis if he isn't already, just because he's always been what other people want him to be, and he's never really been able to explore himself. So I think there's this loss of identity there that he's going to be going through. So I'm a little bit worried about his mental. I think he'll be okay. It's just a matter of like finding out who he is. He needs to experiment in life. I also would expect if he did anything solo, perhaps experimenting with something different. Maybe he'd be an actor or something or whatever. But even if he does music, I think he might experiment with genres. There's just something, he needs something different. He really thought he was going to be something else. Like, I don't know. Also, I don't know why I feel like I keep hearing science in my head. I don't know what that means. Anyways, moving on to the next person. So that was, that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Sorry that I keep going to my cheat sheet. I want to keep on track. So this is number 5. So this would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. RM. Okay, well, I was told this is the tallest of the group, and y'all know I love me some tall men. So the Eight of Pentacles. Eight of Pentacles is hard work paying off. It's also about lots of effort. This one is pulling the weight of the rest of the group. I don't know how else to word that. I'm not trying to be rude or piss anyone else off. But this one definitely feels like he's pulling the weight of the entirety of the group. Like, I see him pulling everyone along. Like, I see them on a rope and him just like pulling it. I do think he's a workhorse. I think he has a weird work ethic. Like, everyone else kind of just looks at him like, how the fuck are you able to work hard? And I think he's very good at compartmentalizing a lot of his emotions and feelings. It's kind of insane to me. If I were to bet on any of them being the most successful, it would be him, only because of his work ethic. However, I see him as someone that likes to spread his seed, pun intended there, but no. I see him as someone that likes to spread the love. So like, he's very giving. So I see him as someone who's like, I'm going to go to the top and I'm going to pull you with me. If I were to take a guess, if he would be the type of person who would pick two others from the group to make a subgroup from. Even though he could do it himself, there's a part of him that would want to pull two other people. In fact, if I were to say the two people that I think he is protective over the most, I would say it's the one before him, which would be JK. And then I think he values Jin as a team member. So I think he likes that person a lot, because this one he values as a team member. The problem he has with this one is if this one's heart is still in it. And then I also see him drawn towards the first one here, V, but I feel like he knows V is on. This one feels more solo to me. So I don't know. But this one he likes. It's just, I don't know if he knows if this person, this third one here is Jin. I don't know if he knows. He feels like Jin might not be able to go all the way, so he definitely has an affinity for this one, though. This one is like his baby. It's weird, because this one gives me like, I'm gonna protect this one, and so this one is JK. So it's like, I feel like RM is protective of JK, and then the first one here is V. He knows that this one has a lot of potential, but he doesn't want to cap his potential. But these three seem like they shine the brightest. V, JK, and RM, to me, seem like they shine the brightest. Okay, let's move on to the next one, which is Jimin. The Temperance card is reversed, which is impatience and imbalance. Ooh. Has Jimin got screwed over before? Because I just feel very much like I'm the unwanted stepchild. Like, I'm not getting what I want. This isn't fair. I don't understand why everyone else is getting what I deserve. There's like a very frustrated energy here. Comparing myself to everyone else. Like, very much like I'm comparing myself to every other member. I'm comparing myself to everyone else. Like, why am I not getting what everyone else gets? This reminds me of when Blackpink members were really pissed that some of the girls were being like pushed to the side and ignored, or even in SNSD when a lot of the girls weren't getting lines. Like, Temperance is reversed, which is like a bubbling frustration. I wonder if he was made to keep the peace and he just had to shut the fuck up to keep the peace. And I think that he's like getting frustrated. I'm a little bit worried about him being left behind. I'm a little bit worried about him being forgotten. And I think his biggest fear is to be forgotten. And I wonder if that level of vulnerability is what makes him likable, because the Temperance card, when it's reversed, is like an underdog. Well, I guess the Seven of Wands reverse is more, or Seven of Wands upright is more an underdog, but with Temperance reverse in this instance, because I feel so imbalanced and because he's standing next to so many other people who shine so bright, I could see why people would be drawn to this one, because they feel sorry for this one. They feel like they can see themselves in this person. So to me, this looks like someone that people would want to kind of like hug and coddle and feel sensitive towards. Like, I see emotion, like crying, things like that. Like, I want to protect, like, and it's not the group that feels that way. I think the group is a little frustrated, like, bitch, grow up. Like, the group kind of looks at him like, are you fucking kidding me? Grow up, get over it. Grow a pair of balls already. Whereas I think the audience is like, this is my baby. That's the vibe. I will say I do think he's gotten screwed over, and if he doesn't grow a pair of balls soon, I think he will continuously get screwed over. So he needs to be a little bit more pushy and a little bit more aggressive and take things without asking. Now, the last one here is J-Hope, the Knight of Swords. I feel like, okay, I don't know if this is controversial because I don't know all the tea, so please do not come for me, BTS Army. I'm doing my best here with literally almost no information. I know nothing about BTS. The Knight of Swords is pure intention, okay? And the Knight of Swords is a knight in shining armor, someone who wants to help other people. Does J-Hope get a bad rep? Like, is this the bad boy, or do people think that he's mean or something? Because Knight of Swords makes me feel like he's very, 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 very on the money. Like, Knight of Swords makes me think of someone who's like, okay, how do I word this? Knight of Swords is someone who helps everyone. okay? Knight of Swords is someone who would give the shirt off their back to someone else. Like, I would do anything for you. I would help you no matter what. Like, pure-hearted, okay? But my problem here is the perception of this person seems off. When I look at the Knight of Swords, this person is like the nicest person in the world. Wouldn't hurt a fly, would help anybody, super charitable, gives and gives and gives. But why do I see the perception of this person as negative? I don't know. There's a perception of him that is negative that I'm feeling. Now, I don't know if that's from the fans or from the group, but I feel like this person is very easily scapegoated in terms of being the bad guy when I just think it's the polar opposite. If I were to look at the person who's the most pure intentioned and pure hearted, I would say the Knight of Swords. Now, I'm wondering if he has a habit of giving tough love. Perhaps that's what the Knight of Swords is. I know you need help and I know how to help you. And so I'm going to give you tough love, because it reminds me a lot of like Tabitha's. If you've ever watched Tabitha Coffee from Tabitha Salon Takeover, I know I'm aging myself here, but you know, she was a tough bitch, but she had a heart of gold and she knew what she needed to be in order to get you to the place you were in. I really feel like that's him. Like, he's so nice, but he has a very rough exterior that I think sometimes people see and sometimes people don't. Like, if you were intuitive, you would see this person's good-hearted. If you're not, it might be easy to look at this person and judge them. So, yeah, I just feel like there's an off perception. Maybe it's an off perception of the fan base. Maybe it's easy for the fans to demonize him. I'm not sure, but there's an off perception there. Okay, so that being said, I got a little bit of info on each guy, so you guys hopefully will be pleased with that. I'm going to reshuffle to look at the band as a whole and if they're breaking up or whatever, although we've already touched a little bit on that. Let's kind of look at the band as a whole. Maybe people think that his image is calculated, the last one, and like it's not real because it's too perfect, but he actually does seem to be like really nice. I would expect him to be a teacher if he wasn't a K-pop star. I don't know why people think he's so mean, though. Or like rude or something, or a bad boy or something. I don't know what it is, but he's not. They're all kind of chill, honestly. Okay. What the fuck? They're getting punished. They got punished. What the fuck did they do to get punished? Okay, they're getting punished. So, first of all, the Ten of Pentacles is long-term success, lots of money, right? So that's all the money that they're able to make, right? For the management and everything like that. High Priestess is about trust and healing and timing, and King of Wands is passion. So their passions are high, their longevity is there, the timing is right. So what happened? The Nine of Cups, we are not getting what we want. Who didn't get what they wanted? The Page of Swords, not worth fighting about. World, ending the cycle. Page of Cups. I feel like there's some pushback. Yes. I think they banded together as a group and refused to do something. I have no idea what this is. The Hierophant is reversed. I'm not following through with this. The Five of Swords. No, I don't want to do this. This isn't who we are. This isn't what we want to do. There's an issue with the details, so an issue with timing. And the Judgment card is upright, which is like, we have the support of everyone else. Interesting. We will call your bluff. Oh, so we're playing dirty. So they were like, there's something that they have to do. I don't know what it is. Okay. I have no idea what it is. And they didn't want to do it. And they said, well, if you don't do it, then you're going to get punished or whatever the fuck they're doing, right? You're going to get reprimanded. And they said, bring it on. So what I'm seeing is a cycle of bad news that is actually placed allegedly for entertainers only from their own management teams. The Page of Pentacles upright, the Queen of Pentacles, and the Eight of Swords, which to me is like, they still have expectations for them. They still want to make money from them, and they still will make money from them. I agree. I do think they're focusing on solo projects, but I'm pretty sure that they're being sort of like punished or retaliated on because of something that they all kind of banded together. And so they're calling the bluff of like their management team and like, okay, do what you got to do then. But the management team is very hesitant because they know how much fucking money they make from them. So the management team is like, well, fuck, what do we do? They like called our bluff. So they're like planting bad articles, and there's going to be some bad publicity that's going to come. I do think that there's a scandal coming. It has to do with one of them dating someone. I'm not sure if... Oh, okay. Got it. 10 of Cups, Star reversed, and Chariot. Now, I'm not sure if they're dating, but I do think that they had something and management knew about it and told them to fuck off. And management kept it quiet, but management is not going to keep it quiet. They're like, oh, really? You want to fuck with us? Well, we're going to use the fans against you. And we're going to start planting shit about your relationships and the things that you've been keeping secret. And we're going to see how the fans like you after. They're totally using the fans as warfare. If you're a fan, do not fall for this shit, okay? Support your fave, all right? Support your fave, okay? Don't fall for that. They're looking to incite rage in the fandoms. So, I'm telling you guys this now, and I don't want to hear shit about this, okay? They are using the fandom to cause infighting. Stop fighting each other and stop fighting other bands, because that is their fucking goal. Their goal is to, 1, make you guys look crazy. 2, cause you guys to fight each other. And 3, make BTS Army look bad. Okay, that is literally their goal. In fact, I believe with the Emperor reverse and the Three of Pentacles that they are going to try to infiltrate some of your fan groups. Now, don't go crazy, okay? All alleged friend chambers only. But what I'm telling you is I do think that they're going to try to infiltrate some of the fan groups, and I think that they're going to start like spilling tea in fan groups. Like I can kind of see like fake Twitters and stuff where they just like post fake shit to kind of get you guys to talk about. And I do think it's going to be sprinkled with truth because it's going to be coming from the source. So I do think they're going to be using the fandom to do some of their dirty work to pressure the boys to do what they want them to do. It's a dating scandal though in the Stars reverse, which means again, it's a dating scandal with one of them, the 10 of Cups. I do think these two had an actual thing at one point. I don't know if they still do, but I know that they did at one point at least. And management decided to keep it quiet, but now they're like, we're going to use this against you. Yeah. Also, there's going to be something to do with a contract and one of them not following through with a contract that they had. And there's going to be, I see one of them not following through with a contract, and there's going to be some negative hype about one of the BTS members not doing what they were supposed to do, not fulfilling their duties. That contract actually was not supposed to happen and was already voided. But I do believe that this fake news article is going to be saying that that they were supposed to do it. So to me, it's like manipulative. It's like, I already said no to that. We already agreed we weren't going to do that, but they're going to pretend that they did, or mistakenly forget to say no to it. Some sort of commitment. And I am also seeing the Devil card, the Tower, and the Four of Wands. That's more like breakup news. That's going to be happening. More infighting with the group, that they're all fighting each other. I actually don't think they're fighting. I mean, they might have arguments, but I'm not seeing like a giant fight. If anything, I kind of see them more tolerating each other and trying to bring each other up. This group feels more together than most, to be honest. And I'm also seeing with the Four of Wands, the Tower. One of them might have a scandal about them saying something about a country. Maybe one of them says something about Americans, or perhaps they say something about a different country. But there's a scandal with something like that as well. Four of Wands makes you think of someone else's home. So it does seem to me like there's going to be a scandal about something like that. There's like someone's might misspeak. So there's that. I think there's one more. One of them is going to have, I'm like, why am I seeing flashes of Hyuna? You guys know, Hyuna's my ultimate bias. The Devil card and the Ace of Wands, it's like my peen card. One of them is going to have a revamp in their image, and it's going to be pretty hypersexual. I'm definitely seeing a hypersexual moment. I'm a little bit worried with the Ace of Pentacles and the Magician upright though, because what I'm seeing is, remember I actually predicted this in one of my readings when Jennie from Blackpink got like canceled and they removed the picture of her in the I guess it was like this quote unquote slutty nurse outfit from the music video. I'm seeing something very similar with maybe a music video causing controversy, someone getting canceled or something being removed. There's an image. I'm just seeing an image of someone being too sexy. Again, I don't know if it's a performance, a music video, an album cover, or art somewhere, or a photo shoot, but there's definitely one of them that's going to be a little bit too sexy. I see them like, maybe it's like scantily dressed. I don't know. There's something sexy about this though. Maybe sexily posed with another girl or something suggestive. I'm not sure. Damn. I'm a little bit worried for the girl. Okay. I'm worried for the girl that, remember I told you there's going to be a scandal with one of them dating another girl? I feel like with the star, that person has to also be famous. I'm worried for her because I see people blaming her for something. Do not do this. The Six of Swords, the Eight of Cups, and the Eight of Wands. I'm blaming her for the breakup. I'm blaming her for this. I'm blaming her for that. Don't do that. Don't do that. You want to know what? I wonder if they're going to pretend like the fans are doing that just to get them to do that, even though it hasn't happened. I don't know. There's a lot of fake news going around here. Be smart. Stop attacking people. Okay. I'm going to leave it at that because this is already pretty long and I got a lot of information. The last thing I'll say with the King of Pentacles, the Temperance card, and the Four of Cups, they're all going to be making money from different things, and they're all going to be doing their own thing. So that is where we're headed for a lot of solo and subgroups. Okay? And also, I guess, probably TV and shit like that. I do think at least one of them, though, might go and get a normal job. I don't know. I don't know if that's going to be later on down the line, but one of them wants to live a little bit of a normal life. I can't tell which one it is. All right. If you guys like that tip, there's a link to my profile down below. Follow me Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, Twitch, TikTok, Antphrodite. I do a lot on TikTok now. And make sure you subscribe down below. Yeah, you can always tip if you liked it. There's a link to my profile. Bye, guys.